All right, welcome back. It's still Analyst Hangout here at iBrand TV. And before we went on break, we spoke about Dangote Cement. We compared it to Boa Cement and, of course, Lafarge. And looking at profit after tax, it looks like Lafarge is actually leading the pack. But then we have Rotimi joining us via Zoom to tell us what his take is on these three. Hello, Rotimi. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining. You came to the party. Yeah, you came to the party late,
come
though.
Talk about the cement companies mentioned.
Right. Okay.
We would notice a trend in their results, and that trend is continued improvements. So it's a function of what is happening in the economy and also globally. So I can almost say for free that if we look at some other cement companies outside the shores of Nigeria, they may also have similar trend in terms of improvement of top line and bottom line. Why? It's because of the current inflationary pressure we are experiencing. If you keep cash, you are not doing yourself the good. So you rather would put your money in an inflationary hedging investment, one of which is real estate. There's been continued investments in real estate in recent times, so that's why you see a lot of profit from the cement companies. A lot of people are buying cement now to build a house or build a mall or build the whole idea is the money is moving towards construction in a bid to hide itself for greater command value. Real estate is an edge against inflation. Yeah. That's why we're seeing improvement. You can see it's across the board. I won't want to digress. If we also look at the brewery sector, we notice that all of them are moving in the same direction because there's ease in lockdown. People now can go out and then drink. And then also, if you look at the cement product, it's price inelastic. They can easily push prices up. You and I that are talking now, do we have cement factory? You must have the machinery to own one and all that. So that's why you keep seeing improvement. And we'll continue to see that as we move forward. As long as the inflationary continue to persist, we may likely see the numbers continue to improve. For WAPCO, I just want to say a few things about WAPCO. Between 2019 and 2020, there's been increase in operating margin. It has moved from, in 2019, the operating margin was at 16.4. And in 2020, operating margin moved to 19.8. In 2021, operating margin moved to 22.2. And in 2022, operating margin moved to 24.4. It tells you there's a trend of something unique about WAPCO. That's a gold mine. Okay. I had listened. I had Ambrose talked about it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much to me. Okay, in the same vein, we just spoke about real estate and the fact that people are building houses, even though we claim there is no money in the economy, but that's fine. Okay, so Julius Berger Q1 result actually was impressive because they grew their revenue Q1 2021 to 2022 from 71.2 billion to 108.45 billion. That's like 52.32% increase quarter on quarter. Now, profit after tax also grew by 32.74 rather. So I'm wondering, when I saw it, I was like, okay, so what happened to the costs? I mean, profit after tax went like 20% lower if you compare it to the profit. But then there are a lot of things that could have affected it. Of course, Forex will be top on the list. Assuming we got their full the breakdown of this. But in the same vein, it's still okay. They're in the same construction. Or what do you think about this numbers?
Yeah. No, actually, like Rotimi just said, if you want to hedge against inflation, look the of real estate. And that's why when I refer to stock like UPDC and UPDC Re, as for me, it's a stock that investors should watch, especially as we're seeing this inflationary pressure in the economy. That is where you can go now because they've come from a negative position in the UPDC to a positive one. And also stock like a company like consultant earlier having about 58% of UPDC is a plus because those ones are pure investment people. They know how to manage resources very well. For me, it's a good one. Like the life of Julius Berger, I would say Julius Berger is just bouncing back heavily. This is a company before now because of efforts I just said. And at the end of the year, you see that after their Q1, Q2 has looked beautiful, toward the end of the year, the results will come down, you'll be wondering. But for the past 2 years, we are still a consistent uptrend. And the good thing also, they are diversifying into other source, agriculture, to kind of boost their bottom line. For me, it's a plus. And I just said, as far as there is construction, the government at the federal level, state level, and local government are still trying to also make sure that they deliver the development of democracy. We expect this company to keep on moving where it is. And also, don't forget this pre-election year, and most of the roads that are not yet completed, the politicians want to make sure that they pay.
You have so much faith in them.
No, politicians that they want to pay money to Julius Berger to conclude the road or to complete the road, so that at the end of the day they can use it to campaign, because you can't use a completed road to campaign. That means if you are heading for 2023, you need to make sure that all the roads that they are
promised us.
Yes, you need to make them. You need to fix them. That means you need to pay these guys money. I'm not surprised seeing this Q1 like this. Also, this trend will continue in Julius Berger. Also, the share in issue in Julius Berger is very small, and the shareholding structure is tight. That means, if you want to get like 10 million share of this, it will take 2 years if you are buying from the floor, because most shareholders, the big ones, are holding tight to it because they save value in the company. But for me, it's a good result for Julius Berger, being a Q1 number. So they declared 2 Naira 50 kobo for 2021 financial year. They marked down this around May 27. Now then we see price oscillation in this stock. But as far as seeing this buying pressure in the market, we expect that investors are taking time to look at whose sector will sustain this trend in their earnings, because they want to push the cost or the increase the price to their consumers or the customers. That will be a good one for them. Like, I also believe that 2022 being pre-election year, every investor should also have a good plan to guide. Don't be carried away of market gyration or market is going up. You're happy the market is going up. If you didn't take care, you might likely also that same market that take you up will bring you down. That's why you need to have your goal, have your plan, and also have an education at your best, exactly to know what you are doing in the market.
So much. But then there seems to be a stock or sector that is actually, you used to say that stock is not like your wife or your husband that you must stay with. When you gain something, you divorce. But let's go and check up Okomo Oil. Now, that's one stock that is difficult to divorce, because you tried divorcing that stock when it was 97, and disappointed here is 176. Rotimi, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, so we want to talk about Okomo Oil and the Q1 results. They actually grew their revenue quarter on quarter. That's comparing last year's 2021 result to this year 2021 and 2022 Q1 result. They grew from 12.55 billion to 20.49 billion. That's 63.27%. And they grew their profit after tax by 80.27%. That's a company that sells just palm oil. Or what else do they sell?
Palm oil.
Palm oil.
Not palm
of course,
oil.
the export, right?
All the palm,
so all the palm oil
futures. You have the broom, you have the kernel, you have everything. That's a big business.
Rotimi, okay. I always tell the story about Okomo Oil. That's one stock, as far as I'm concerned, in the history of the market, I don't know of any other stock that has performed so well at a particular point in time. There was 10 Okomo was 20 Naira, right? And they declared a one for one
bonus,
and they declared 4 Naira dividend, and the stock went from that to
120, 130, 124. So pull back again.
It's just fantastic, and it's in a sector that is a Greek.
Yeah, and also don't forget that if you look at the GDP today, the agriculture sector and the telecom are doing driving the economic recovery. That means you are not surprised they are doing well.
So do you think we should divorce the
No.
All right. What do you have to say about the result?
Okay, so information in front of me says that Indonesia recently banned exports of palm oil.
Exactly.
They said it's not sufficient for their citizens.
Exactly.
So they banned it. So those things bring great opportunity for local manufacturers like Okomo. Even in terms of our demand in Nigeria here, I don't think Okomo Presco can meet that demand.
Exactly.
Because guess what? You need to use palm oil, you must use it. Water cannot replace palm oil.
Obviously. And we can't stop taking palm oil, unfortunately.
In terms of there's a necessity here.
Yeah.
And then also Okomo has been well managed. You talked about the fact that and then I think also they're also generous in terms of shareholder welfare and all that, consistent over the years. And also because they also export this product, it also gives them the ability to earn revenue in FX. That's why we're seeing increase in terms of revenue and then top line and bottom line and all that. So they show that benefit from such business. The business is going to be around for a longer period of time. People look at the nature of your business and the sustainability of that business part over a long term. So one of those companies that continue to around. And then if you look at it in terms of their oil palm farm, they have it in massive acres and all that. So they can continue to grow. And then I think their cost in terms of cost of all those items, that cost of processing is their major cost. And then so they will continue to shut out great margin. Great margin.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was thinking that if you have to compare Okomo results, we were thinking about what are the stocks that you can actually use to edge inflation. Inflation is more than 15% right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
15.92 as at March.
Okay. So Okomo Oil, Prisco, at least those two, they will comfortably edge inflation, meaning that if you invest in them, whatever return you're getting, right, you will. Inflation wouldn't have
you'll be above
overtaken
inflation.
it.
Exactly.
You'll be above
inflation.
And I don't think if there is, I don't know which of the sectors gives that. I'm not sure if banking or banking sectors talk right now, given the rate at which they grow capital gain and dividend. I don't know if the total return, except maybe you're like the Ambrishes of this world that's buy high, sell low, buy 50 times in a year and sell 15 times in a year, maybe. But if you are the type that, buy in January and sell in December, you may not be able to use the capital gain you're getting from these banking stocks, plus the dividend to actually edge against inflation. So I was thinking, aside agri sector, aside Prisco, because it's not even all the stocks in the agri sector that are actually performing well, aside Prisco, which is also selling at 170, which other sector or stock can we use to edge against inflation if we're looking at it from investment angle?
Consumer goods.
Specifically, I hope you're not planning on mentioning Cadbury, though.
No. I will look at things like farming.
Okay.
Have you tried to buy Semovita? Hey, Semo has gone up over 100%. Those Semo sachets that we can buy as low as 350, they are selling for 600, 700. Go big penny, try it. I know that. Have you tried to buy bread in recent time?
Yeah, I tried buying the 100 naira. I just like buff, and it just went to.
Bread is almost like 800, 700 for those bread that we used to buy at 400. So you can see those, because of the sector, they can easily pass on cost to consumers, and the consumer has no choice.
That's true.
Consumer has no choice, so that we'll see that impact their top line and bottom line. So those are investment windows that we can consider.
Even the oil sector also, with the rising price of oil.
Please don't mention one.
Even the life of what's it called, Steplat is a good stock to edge inflation.
Yeah, it is.
And apart from that, other related companies are into oil business. But as far oil price is rallying, your price will go because it's going to impact your bottom line at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. Rotimi, stay with us. We want to go on a break, and when we return, we go on to MTN. Stay with us. We'll be right back.